Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Connie and this channel is all about plants. So if you're interested in that type of content, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys all the plants that I've gotten in the month of March. I think I got, give or take, 15 new plants. So I went a little bit crazy, but I'm actually really happy with all of them. I got some more aglaonemas and a few other types of plants as well. So let me show you everything that I got. Okay, I'm gonna start out with all the new aglaonemas that I've gotten because I've actually gotten 7 new aglaonemas since my aglaonema collection video. And in my plant room update video, I showed you guys my new IKEA Visto shelf where I'm keeping mostly all of my aglaonema collection except for the larger ones. And I actually had to make a list because I have so many on here. The first one is this Sparkling Sarah. And I just want to show you where they are on the plant shelf first, but then I'll pull them out so you guys can get a better look. So this is the Aglaonema Sparkling Sarah, and this is a pretty common one to my area anyway. I think it's very similar to the Aglaonema Two-Tone Moonstone, but this one looks like it has more green on the outer part of the leaves. This leaf is very similar right here because the Two-Tone Moonstone has a lot more of this pink. I will put this right next to the Two-Tone Moonstone so you guys can see those two side by side. So this is it side by side with the Two-Tone Moonstone, and you can see the Two-Tone Moonstone has a lot more of that pink or peachy color to the leaves, and this one has more green. But this one leaf right here looks very similar. But yeah, this one's the Aglaonema Sparkling Sarah. I think it's so pretty. And this right here is actually a flower that's coming out. Seems like quite a few of my aglaonemas are flowering right now. Okay, so this next one here is one that I had in one of my short videos and I asked you guys to help me identify it. I'll pull it down so you guys can see it better. Okay, so here's a closer look, and as you can see, this one is flowering also. There's one flower here and one flower here. So some of you said that this is the spring snow, and another person said that it's a white aglaonema because this one has wider leaves than the spring snow. And I really think that's true because I've seen the spring snow before and they have longer, more narrow leaves. And the thing that stood out about this one to me is that it had these wide leaves. So I think this is possibly the Aglaonema white aglaonema. Okay, the next one was also in that same short video where I asked you guys to help me to identify some aglaonemas. It's the one that's right back here, and I'll pull it out so you guys can get a better look at it. Also, I had to close these blinds to do this video because the lighting was just really off. So normally this blind is open during the day and they get really good sunlight right here, especially the ones that need it the most, like the colorful ones. Okay, here's a better look at it. And like I said, it was in my short video that I asked you guys to help me identify. And one of the names that stood out was the Aglaonema Red Legacy Narrow Leaf. And it looks very similar to my Madame Soroyo. I'll put both of those side by side so you can see those. Okay, so here's the new one that I got that I think is called the Red Legacy, and then there's my Madame Soroyo. Now that I have them side by side, I do see the difference This one has more blotchy leaves and more of that hot pink color in the center. This one's a little darker and it has those more pronounced stripes on the leaves. But they both have the pink petioles. And yeah, I mean, I really like this. I'm glad I picked it up because I wasn't sure if it was the same as the Madame Soroyo, but now that I see it side by side, I do see the differences. Okay, the next one is also an aglaonema. It's this one right here. And this one was also in that video where I asked you guys to help me identify it. Someone said it's the Aglaonema shades. That's the closest one that I could find online that looked the most like this. So I'm going with that. I think it's so pretty. This is the one that I got from Pop's Nursery. I'll link that video above. I was showing you guys the difference in this and the Aglaonema Maria because it does look a little similar, but not quite. Has more of this blotchy print on the leaves. But yeah, I love this one so much. In that video, I was showing you guys that they had some really large full pots for $25, but I didn't want anything that big at the time, and I was so happy because I found this one in a 6-inch pot, and I think it was about $15 or $16. It's a nice size too. There's about 3 plants in the pot, so really loving this one. Okay, the next plant is this Aglaonema back here. It's commonly referred to as the Aglaonema narrowleaf, but it's also referred to as the Aglaonema bicaw or Aglaonema bamboo. And this one has very narrow leaves compared to the other Aglaonemas that I have. And I love that because it makes it so unique to my collection. And it has these really white petioles. And I think this is just really cute. It's like a fun little plant to have and different. The next plant is this Aglaonema Golden Madonna. And I just picked this up recently at a local nursery called Flamingo Road Nursery. I was there plant shopping, but I didn't film a video. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I picked this beauty up and I think it's so gorgeous. Has this golden tint to the leaves and the really pretty white petioles. And this is the last Aglaonema that I've recently gotten. I'm not sure what the name is. I also did a short video to find out if you guys knew what the name is. And let me see what you all said. I got this one from Walmart. Let me see if I could put in another spot that you could see it a little bit better. Okay, here's a closer look at the other Aglaonema that I have. I got this one from Walmart, and of course it wasn't labeled with the proper name. It just said Aglaonema, but in the short video I asked you guys what you thought it was, and some of the answers that I got were Aglaonema Frosted Ghost, Aglaonema Milky Way, and Aglaonema Silver Frost. It's not an Aglaonema Frosted Ghost. I have an Aglaonema Frosted Ghost that I can show you side by side. Okay, so there's the Aglaonema Frosted Ghost, and this is the new one here. So if you look closely, this one has like a blotchy print to it. I don't know if I'm saying the right thing when I say blotchy, but you can see it has like the splattering, like a paint splatter, and this one doesn't have that. The other two names were Aglaonema Silver Frost and Aglaonema Milky Way. And I looked those two up and I saw pictures that looked a lot like this one. So I'm not sure which one it is, whether it's the Silver Frost or the Milky Way. But I really love this plant, and I was so surprised to see this at Walmart because I wasn't really expecting to see any new aglaonemas, but I've noticed that Costa Farms is releasing a lot of new aglaonemas here in the South Florida area. So keep it up, Costa Farms, if you're watching. We're loving them. All right, so those were all the aglaonemas that I got. There were 7 in total. And the next plant that I got is this beautiful Philodendron Brazil. And I picked this one up at Walmart as well. I thought it was so pretty because it has this really bright yellow variegation in the middle. And I have a Philodendron Brazil already, but it's nowhere like this. It's reverting back and the yellow is not pronounced at all. I'll show you that one really quickly. So there's my older Philodendron Brazil, and as you can see, it doesn't look anything like the other one. Now, when I first got this was a lot more pronounced in the middle of the leaves, but now it's getting really dark, and it's because it doesn't have as much sunlight as it needs to keep that really pretty bright yellow variegation. And you may recall from my plant room update video that I did have 3 aglaonemas here on the top of this IKEA Vitro shelf, but some of you said that I should probably move them from right in front of the vent. So I did move 2 of them away, but I kept the Maria there because it's away from the vent. And I put this Philodendron Brazil here temporarily. I think it looks really nice there, so I might leave it there and just move the vent direction a little bit more towards the center, or just close it. It's not really that close, but yeah, I'll probably just move the vent. So this one is my new Philodendron Brazil, and look at all these new growth points coming out on here. All of this is new growth. I just love how bright and vibrant this plant is. Okay, so these are the next 2 plants that I'm gonna show you that I got in this March plant haul. This one right here is a Syngonium Pictus Silvery Ann. And I got it from Lowe's. As you can see, it's part of the Urban Jungle line. It came with this cute little terracotta pot with the macrame hanger. And I picked this one up because I realized that I have a few other Syngonium Pictus plants, but I don't have the Silvery Ann in my collection. So I got this one. And I also picked up this Philodendron Brantianum. Now, to be quite transparent with you guys, this is actually my 3rd Philodendron Brantianum. For some reason, I don't have that much luck with these. I feel like this is a more of a finicky variety of philodendron. I don't know if you have one of these in your collection, but these have like very thin leaves compared to the other philodendrons that I have. And I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I put this one closer to the window, so I'm hoping that maybe with a little bit more sunlight, it'll act a little bit better than the other ones that I have. Yeah, so I just hung these 2 right here on my egg chair because I'm actually running out of space here in the plant room. So I'm trying to find new ways to display these plants, and they fit right here on the side and they don't interfere with me sitting here in the chair. So that's more space for me for plants. I also had this pearls and jade here on this side, so I have some more space over here, but I'm trying to take it easy right now because this is a really big month for plants. So yeah, these are two of my new babies, and they look so pretty. Another plant that I got this month was this beautiful orchid. I got this from Lowe's, and I just loved how pretty the color of the flowers were. And I don't have too many orchids, but I do have two orchid kokodamas that I got about a year ago, and they actually started reblooming for me this year. And so I felt a little bit more confident when I saw those blooming, and I decided to get another orchid to add to my collection. And I just love how pretty this one is with this really nice color to the flowers. This is actually one of the ones back here that's reblooming right now. The other one I have out on my patio, and that is full of buds. So I'm really proud of this, and that's why I'm giving this one a shot. Leave a comment down below and let me know if you have any orchids in your collection and if any of them are blooming for you. Okay, so the next plant is actually two plants that I added to an existing plant that I already had, and it's this Syngonium Windlandii. So I already had one that I had gotten from Kroger grocery store, but I recently spotted these at Home Depot here in South Florida, and they were in 4-inch pots for $5.98. So I purchased two of them, and I combined them with the existing one that I had already and made a fuller pot. Now, the one that I had originally gotten actually was growing really nicely, and I was very happy with that, but I still wanted to make a fuller pot, so I went ahead and combined them, and I really love how it looks. And I have them inside this pot that I got from Walmart by Better Homes and Gardens. Okay, the next ones are outside. Next one up is this dogtail cactus. I got this one from Lowe's. And I'm gonna insert a picture of what this one looks like when it blooms. And that's what I'm most excited about, is that I wanna see what these flowers look like when they come out. So that's the dogtail cactus. Then this one right here I also got from Lowe's. It's called a Euphorbia Moroccan mound. And I saw a picture of this online, and it grows into a really huge plant. See if I can insert a picture of that. Euphorbia Moroccan mound. And then from Home Depot, I got this variegated jade. Let's see what they actually call this. It's a variegated jade, but I think they called it something like a lemon lime. And I got this for a really good price. I think it was like $8.98. And last but not least, I got this Peruvian apple cactus, and I got this one from Walmart. Every year they come out with these, and I actually had one of these last year, but it got damaged in the cold, so I've been looking out for them, and they finally got them again. Last year these were about $15.99, but now they've increased the price to $19.99. Still a good deal, because I've seen these at other plant nurseries and they were a lot more, maybe double the price. Peruvian apple cactus. So those are all the plants that I got in the month of March. Let me know in the comments if you have any of those in your collection. Also, if you've picked up any new plants in the month of March as well. I personally am gonna try not to get too many more plants in the near future unless they're plants for outside, because I'm running out of space here in the plant room. But I do have some projects that I'm going to be working on out in the yard. So if you're interested in seeing that, leave a comment down below and let me know, because I do a lot of landscaping things around the yard in my spare time, but I don't usually film it because I'm not really sure if you guys want to see that. But being that it's spring, I have a few projects that I'm excited about. Nothing too major, but just a few things just to brighten up the yard a little bit. So let me know if you want to see that and I'll go ahead and film it. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button, comment, subscribe, and share for more plant-related videos. Until next time, thank you guys so much for watching and take care.